My name is Dave Osborne. I've been working in SaaS now for about 9 years in roles that span from customer onboarding to product marketing to now revenue enablement. Today, I work in a company called PitchBook, and our goal is, of course, to bring data, services, and all the things needed to help our clients win in the private capital markets. A core challenge that Highspot really helps us to solve just comes down to getting the right content around the right client segment to our sales teams at the right time. Highspot really solves for that in several ways. I know just the way that it ties in so well to the other pieces of our tech stack. We have all of our master folders and files in SharePoint, which is a great place for all of our teams to be able to all of our other stakeholders across the business to update those, keep them fresh and actionable. And those can then automatically feed right into Highspot. So we love that capability. Secondly, really on that topic of knowing how to get the right content to our teams at the right time comes down to the sales stage. One of the things I love about Highspot is the way that it ties so well into our CRM. So we can do a couple of things. One is we can see obviously influence revenue. That's the golden Easter egg every revenue enablement team wants to see. But we can also see then how is content being played out across these different stages. We can identify maybe content that's not working as actionable as we thought it would, as well as what's working really well. And maybe we need to highlight that more and give it more light. We have great usage and returning engagement to our platform. And honestly, that number surprises me at times too. What I can tell you that's been kind of a core pillar of everything I'm doing when it comes to sales enablement and the way that we're presenting content is it always comes down to building trust with our sales teams, is that we are delivering valuable content back to them. As I'm sure you know, right? Whenever you're working with teams that are providing content, there's always an ample, at least for us, there's always a ton of content coming out. Good content, so we would think. But one of the strategies that I think is oftentimes missed is around governance. And so even today, I can tell you that when we're thinking about new content, governance is one of the first things I'm thinking about. Going back to the idea of making sure that we're cementing trust and building trust and everything. If we're not thinking first about the ways that we're going to keep that content actionable and updated, it's fast to go stale, fast to lose trust with our sales teams. And frankly, they're not going to want to return back to Highspot. On that same topic of building trust, enabling our teams to know and use the send feedback button on all of the content has helped us not only to crowdsource input on where possibly there's little pieces of this content that can be updated, but also then respond back to them, build trust that we are hearing them, that we are available to support them in making better content as they see a need identified in the field. First step, just do it. Make a sales play. Honestly, I think even the framework that is rolled out that Highspot does is something that's familiar to most enablers, the no, say, show, do kind of framework. Presenting that and utilizing these plays has saved us from just making content that oftentimes can go out of date really fast, and having that content instead rather live in a play itself that can be presented to teams that can be updated. So we've created plays, I know, around new feature releases, around client migration efforts, even around just client segments, right? And outlining what are the personas, what are the discovery questions that our team should be prepared to know, and then what's content that they can use for these specific client personas and segments by sales stage. And so these are all ways that again, going back to building trust with your team, we've built some great trust with our teams that we are identifying the things they need to know, say, show, do to essentially boost their conversion efforts and their opportunity. This is something that I'm sure many businesses have heard a need for over the last year or so or more. For us, it came down to identifying that, hey, there's a buyer's council behind just that one influencer that you meet at a business. And so how are we equipping our teams to reach that larger council of buyers, right? To reach that decision maker when maybe you're only talking at some point to the end user, right? So One of the best ways is obviously a topic that's very hot right now, digital sales rooms. I would tell you this is a big play for us. We love to brand things that we're doing. We call them champion toolkits at PitchBook. And so we've set up really champion toolkits as digital sales room templates according to all kinds of different personas in our business. And we've been able to then equip our teams to access these, use these. We've even set up, Salesforce lists with opportunities of here are the opportunities that would be really good to use one of these champion toolkits with at this point in the sale. And yeah, we're seeing great engagement from that. And we've been doing this now for about a quarter, but already seeing some really big influence revenue numbers come our way for that. When I think about the way that our business is going to be continually using Highspot, the things I'm most excited about is I love all the conversation around AI. Obviously, that's a scary topic, but we'll look back, as you hear from everybody else, that we'll look back as a change factor, right, in the way that we do our work. I'm excited. I can't wait to see the ways that we're able to already, right, auto-populate descriptions for all of our files, do auto-populated messages for the pitches. So there's a lot of exciting things that I think will continually streamline the experience that our reps are, having to do every day. So speeding up those times to value for them.